When I was in high school, my senior year, I had the opportunity to go on a retreat called TEC, which means Teens Encounter Christ. Now, this was so long ago, it was actually before Kairos. So, like 10 years ago, long time ago. And it was like 2011. So, lots happened since then. And when I was on this retreat, I had this great encounter with Christ. I was like, I experienced Jesus, and I came back from the retreat, and everyone I saw was like, hi, how are you? Oh, God bless you. Oh, hi, hello. And I was so joy-filled. And the love of Christ was just filled in my heart, and I couldn't help but share it for like a week. And everything went back downhill after that. It was like I had this great experience, I had this great encounter, and then a week later, just fizzled out, went back to normal. Normal 18-year-old senior in high school guy stuff. And there's a problem with that. Because, so what happened? What was my mistake? My mistake was that my encounter with Jesus, my encounter with the living Christ, was not rooted, and there was no knowledge of Christ beyond that. It was like, here's this great experience, and that's it. It was like I just took something, and then I held on to it for like a week, and then went back to my life. I didn't feed it. I didn't let it grow. I didn't let this encounter literally consume me. And this encounter was just something that I held on to for like a little bit and then let go. There was no real love there yet. And that's the problem, is a lot of times we always have these encounters, and yes, they're great, don't get me wrong. But if we do not continue to deepen our knowledge and our understanding and our love of God after that, honestly, it's kind of pointless. I mean, like, what's the point of coming to Mass week after week and just going to Mass? It's like we come, amen, and then we leave, a week passes, amen, and then we leave, a week passes, and we do that for our entire life. What's the problem with that? Is that there's no knowledge, there's no real love, there's no real desire to know the man behind the mystery. What we need to do, and what I should have done when I was a senior in high school, would have made my life a lot easier in college, is when I had that experience and I felt that fire for Christ, if I would have gotten to the books, if I would have went right to the Bible, if I would have changed my life, if I would have been like, okay, this is what happened, I gotta write this stuff down, I'm staying here, I'm staying in this good place. I'm going to let this encounter continue in my life. Because if we just have this encounter and then go back to life and we just let it fizzle out, anyone can do that. Anyone can just go and do something for an hour and then leave. That's pointless. But saints continue to live that encounter. They continue to feed it. And they do that with knowledge, seeking knowledge and understanding and love of God. Because it's just receiving communion. It's good, yes, don't hear it, I'm not saying it's wonderful, it's the best thing we can do. But we can't just say amen, which means I believe and I'm giving everything to this, and just walk away. We can't. In our gospel, we heard of this encounter with Christ. That this man had this encounter, the people, the Gentile area, they had this encounter with him. But how many of them followed him? Instead, what they did is they went and did what Christ said not to. It's like this encounter meant nothing to them. It's like they weren't actually listening to the words of God. They just took the thing that Christ gives them and moved on. They didn't let the words of God seep into their hearts and let it feed them for eternity. With this longing to know more, with this desire to go deeper and to fall deeper in love with Him each and every day. My brothers and sisters, anyone can just come to Mass. Like, I unlock the doors. Anyone can just walk in here. That's not good enough. If we truly want to be saints in the halls of the heavenly kingdom, we have to receive the Eucharist and then continue to be Christians out there every single day for the other 6 days of the week. We're not just Christians on Sunday or Saturday evenings starting at 4 o'clock. We're not just Christians then. We have to continue to feed our faith every single day. Reading the Bible, praying, doing devotions, falling deeper in love with Christ, serving the poor, understanding who He is, knowing God and knowing about God. That's how we become better at stuff, is study, learn, prayer, everything, practice. Because if we truly want to be saints, that's what's going to separate saints from normal people. It's continuing to know, love, and serve God every single day of our lives, and not just for an hour on Sundays. There's a distinction. Which one do you want to be?